Have you seen the music video for my new song, Forget? Do you like watching people stumble through an important project? Well, strap in, buckle up, sit down, and open your eyes. It's time for Forget Behind the Scenes. Now I know why you're here. You're wondering how we made this over-the-top music video. How much did it cost? How was traveling to France? Did anyone fall in love with any French women? Well, I can answer two of those right away. First, how much did it cost? Second, who fell in love? The video was shot in two parts, the France half and the US half. We're mainly going to be focusing on the France half, which was shot by me and 5 of my friends, Jacob, Javi, Manchego, Brandon, and Brandon. Yes, there are 2 Brandons, you can mix them up. We all do it. The idea for the video was when Manchego and Jacob were on a boat in Nice after working on some music together. And it suddenly hit them, it would be funny to shoot a Jesse Mendez music video on a boat. Not long after, they ran the idea by me and I refused and said it was a stupid idea. Just kidding, I said duh. Not only was it an ironic video idea for a sad song, it was a great excuse for a boys trip. This was about a year out from the trip, so we started having meetings, brainstorming shots, putting together documents. And Manchego was very familiar with the Nice area, so he sort of became the location coordinator for the project. And then we booked our plane tickets and it was official. A year went by and it was time to travel to France. 3 of us would be traveling from Washington, D.C., 1 person from LA, and 2 more from London. So 1 day away before leaving for Nice, making sure I got all the camera equipment. So it's all here, it's all accounted for. Terrified I'm gonna forget something, but you know, trying to think positive thoughts. That ain't gonna happen. On the first day of travel, I met up with Brandon, who had only gotten his passport a couple of days prior to leaving.
Say again?
Doesn't it feel better that it actually went through?
Yes, it feels much better. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Filming me?
Yep.
Brandon and I actually have a history of making videos together ever since the 6th grade.
In other news, we have an alleged killer on the loose. And last time.
And even though we're not professional videographers in our everyday lives now, I know we would have only dreamed of traveling internationally to shoot a video. While Brandon and I waited to board our flight, Manchego and Jacob were leaving from London. Of course, Brandon and I weren't going to let any opportunities go, so we decided to add a little road trip to our journey. Instead of landing in Nice like everyone else, we were going to land in Geneva and drive the rest of the way south. However, what we did not anticipate was getting mediocre sleep on our flight to Europe. And after landing in Copenhagen, we had to immigrate to the EU. Alright, so we're on our way to our gate in Copenhagen Airport. It was crowded a second ago. Now we're like by ourselves at the Harry Potter Dream State wing. A little confused. Meanwhile, Javi, who was coming from LA, had missed his flight.
How's it going, guys? This is my 2nd attempt to make it to France. I lost my flight yesterday. LA, you know? Just got a new one, going straight to Moscow. It's gonna be interesting. And I'm gonna stay there for like a whole day. And then I'm hopefully gonna make it back to Nice, if God allows. So, you know, wish me luck.
So while Javi's plans had changed to a Moscow layover, by the way, no one knew this was happening at the time, Brandon and I took our short flight down to Geneva on a small plane with like 2 other people on board, but the sights out the window were pretty cool. We landed in Geneva, secured our rental car, and headed south into the mountainous drive through France and Italy. The weather was a bit more rainy than we would have preferred, but we still saw some really cool snow-capped mountains and tiny ski towns. You can see on the map here that this was no small drive that we were making, and because of the aforementioned mediocre sleep that we had gotten on the plane, delirium quickly set in. But after a long drive and being yelled at by an Italian woman through a toll road call box, we made it to Nice, where Manchego and Jacob were waiting.
Just gotta get Jacob kidnapped. This is surreal, dude. Yes.
What's up, fool?
How you guys feeling? I'm doing alright.
Dead,
Oh
dude.
my god, dude. We are dead.
We had drained ourselves of energy for the rest of the day, so we didn't really get any more footage. So let's fast forward to the next morning and check back in on Javi.
Okay guys, so I just got to Russia, Moscow, and I'm about to take a train to the city, check it out. Maybe I'll see one of those ice cream cone shaped tips of the building things. Hopefully the food's good. So I'm really hungry. So it didn't give me shit at the plane.
Meanwhile, in Nice, we had slept in so much that we were very late to returning our rental car.
We're returning the car, getting the bang bus.
The bang bus.
Because that's what it's called on the website. We had to get it. And we're late by, how late are we? 2 hours. No, 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours late.
So you're gonna have to pay double.
I hope not.
But during our time in Nice, a recurring theme became that the rules weren't so strict there. So we had no late fee for being 3 hours late. The sun was shining and we were very excited to be in the midst of a city with such rich history.
Hey, against all odds I've made it. But yeah, I can't read anything. So I don't know how the I'm gonna find my way around here and get back to the airport, and hopefully I'll miss another flight. I'll let you guys know if I find those ice cream top buildings. Yo, I found them, dude. Found them.
Meanwhile, we had picked up our group rental car to shuttle the boys around in.
Dude, I can't find a Wi-Fi connection for the life of me ever since getting to this country. They keep asking me for my passport or weird shit to get Wi-Fi, so I don't know. I just asked a local for the nearest Starbucks, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to tell my mom that I didn't die in a plane crash. Dude, this park is crazy, man. It's like the equivalent to Central Park in New York, man. And people keep walking around with this sticks, like ski sticks. There's like, I don't get it, dude.
The rest of the day for us in Nice was about checking out the video locations for the first time in person. And it really became about taking what was brainstormed on paper and applying it to the real world.
There you go. We're going down there? Yeah, I guess this would be another option.
But one of the coolest locations was up on this mountain overlooking the city, which we knew a cool car would look great sitting in front of. Javi continued his Russian adventures throughout the evening, and back in Nice, we were headed to secure our Airbnb for the week, which was situated right in the action. We were staying just down the street from a bar, so we decided to check it out. The next morning came and Javi was due to leave Moscow to finally arrive in Nice.
Alright guys, so still at the airport in Moscow. Haven't really slept since I left for the first flight here. It's been a decent amount of hours, probably over 30. Pretty tired. I walked around Russia, but as they say here, I'm ready to go. Peace out, dude.
Meanwhile, Brandon number 2 was on his way to Nice as well. I actually went to the airport the next morning with Manchego to pick up Brandon and Javi, but there is no video evidence of that because I wasn't feeling great. All the boys were finally together in the south of France. So we picked our rooms in the Airbnb, I struggled to eat a burrito, and day 1 of shooting was going to be the next morning.
Brandon, you must conserve your battery.
Is there audio on that?
Yeah.
Oh,
is that a video?
Hi from the back of the car.
It was crazy to realize that we were all together in a car driving along the coast of the Mediterranean, and the boys really had the playlist going. After some breakfast that Manchego had organized, it was time to set up the shot.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sure. Does someone grab?
We had special permission to film in this amazing house, and we were trying our best not to break anything.
Where were you gonna stand? Right behind you and try to push you.
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to act dramatic in front of all my friends, so I definitely had some troubles.
But not as dramatic, yes, but not as dramatic. Just got to go, baby.
Okay, it's beautiful outside right now.
Yeah, it's like
Over there.
the light coming in is really nice.
You want to do an outdoor shot real quick?
Yeah, so that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. We're walking along here. Oh my God.
Stairs. I wish we could capture
No, but just did that like here.
Point at the camera.
During that afternoon, we got more shots around the house, and as the sun set, it was the end of day one.
Redfall, isn't it?
That night, we decided to explore around the city a bit.
We've drained them. This is where it is. No.
Brandon, this is amazing.
I feel like I'm in the trash. I was kidding.
Come day two, the directors of photography decided they wanted their own mode of transportation. This was a day I was really excited for, and probably the most over-the-top part of the whole video. Manchego had been telling me about this old World War II gun case that would be the perfect venue for Javi's solo. I looked it up online before and it looked ridiculous then, but in person it was wild. Not to mention kinda dangerous. But we had Jacob acting as our safety guard, so it was all good. After the shoot, Jacob and Brandon got back on their steed and headed back to the house. Back at the house, we got more shots around the exterior that we thought we could use, and with that, day two was done.
And I'm gonna film it because you look amazing. You both look amazing. Hey.
Day three was all about a car. Manchego and I had been eyeing a car for a while, and when we went to pick it up that day, at the very last second, it wasn't available. It didn't work out. And with a little bit of panic, we headed back to the Airbnb, did some searching online with local rental agencies that had a car available now, and what we found was a white Porsche 911 convertible, which I was okay with.
Oh my God. It's like a boom.
We had the car for 24 hours, and the main thing we wanted it for was the shot up on the cliff overlooking the city against the sunset. The problem was with the complications in getting the car in the first place. It was already late in the day, and we had a dinner reservation coming up, so we only had about 30 minutes to shoot. We hadn't even practiced the shots or even had time to really think about what we wanted to do, so we just kind of got what we could get and got out. And after that, we just sped off to dinner and made our reservation with 1 minute to spare. That night, Jacob and Javi hit the town, while the Brandons, Manchego, and I all took the Porsche out for some nighttime driving shots. Day 4. Day 4 was, okay, let's try that scenic shot again. But this time we were gonna include Charlotte in the shot. Charlotte was wonderful to work with. We had asked her to act in the dinner scene of the video, but while we were gonna shoot with the car that day, we said, why don't we have her in the car shots as well. So we sped up to the same part of the mountain and got the money shot that eventually ended up in the video. Meanwhile, the sun was plummeting, so we sped to the other side of the mountain where the boys had set up a dinner table against a beautiful scene next to an old castle.
I was looking great. Little fino.
I was so blown away by the view, I had to eat one of the peppers that we had on the table.
What up, player?
How's that pepper?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Day 5 was the boat, baby. I was the captain now. And oh look, there's the influencer blue water we were looking for. That same day the Monaco Grand Prix was going on, so we drove the boat as close to Monaco as we could get and had a spot of lunch in a cove. After lunch on the way back to Nice, we were hitting the wakes of the big yachts that were around Monaco, and I had it under control. The final night of shooting, we only needed one more shot, and that was the slow motion walk outside the casino. So some of the boys got dressed up, and we did our group shot that ended up in the video. We were all so excited that we got the shots that we wanted done, so with the remaining time left, we just made sure to make it count.
But if you dare me, and I would, and I'd be all night waiting alone. I got you right where I need you to be. I'll never go. I'll breathe your air just to let you feel me. I'll take you home. I got you right where I need you to be. I'll never go. I'll breathe your air just to let you feel me. I'll take you home. But if you dare me.
So it's been about a month since getting back from Nice, the amazing trip that was Nice, the absolute success that was the video shoot in Nice. The weird thing to say is it went way better than I thought it would. But I think it came down to the equipment that we identified to rent for the shoot, and the location just pulled the weight of all the shots. Now that I'm putting all the footage together and kind of placing pieces where I know they belong, as you can see, this is my storyboard on notebook paper. Real honest try though. Stick figures, as you can see. The unconventional thing now is coming to the guys at 7 Hair Productions. I've already talked to them. I've already told them the flow of the video, but like I said, it's unconventional, at least to me, but they seem totally comfortable with it. So the next step is identifying the location for the remainder part of the video, this apartment scene. Really excited, so we'll see how the rest of this goes. Hopefully good. So far so good. Now Dylan and Danny are professionals, so the rest of the video shoots ensued without any drama. They had constructed a beautiful narrative leading up to the France section of the video that I think fit perfectly. But man, that France trip, I know that's something I'll never forget. The fact that entire shoot was done by me and my friends, and it basically started as a joke, and then us actually coming together and making it happen. It's just another group of reasons why this video is so special to me. And with that, the video was a wrap. This video took a ton of time to edit, purely because it was about meshing two starkly different scenes together and marrying them into a music video. And I'll be honest, I couldn't be more excited with how it turned out. And I'm thankful for everyone who was a part of this project. If you haven't seen the music video yet, be sure to click on the pop-out banner above, and also be sure to check out my previous music video in any case. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.